People wey suppose talk through to power don off mic. And if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one na dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. And in dey touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be dey holla say dem want the power. Chai, dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Person wey dey do evil no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too dey talk. He too dey talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk.
After a series of my aids were positive, and unfortunately, I was positive, and I decided to isolate myself. And by the grace of God, yesterday, when a repeat test was done after my medication, I was negative. And so I am negative. Let all of you not be afraid that I will contract it to you. That will not be your portion. And so I'm here today to appreciate the Almighty God, appreciate the Deputy Governor and members of my council who have fought on my behalf, ensuring that things work well. We were still running government together because on visual, on telephone, on chat, on WhatsApp, and text messages, we were able to communicate to ourselves, and I thank God that things have gone on very well during my absence. This country belongs to all of us. And the federal government, the presidency, must act fast because time is going. From north, west, northeast, north central, southwest, southeast, south, there is general insecurity. And this is being prepared by herdsmen. I want to repeat again, I have made it a petition to the presidency and to all security agencies before, that if they want peace, Liejiriya must be arrested. These are people who have owned up. They have taken responsibility that they have killed, they maim, they rape, and do all sorts of atrocities. And yet their leadership is in Abuja, and nobody is confronting them. And until these people are arrested, when I talk, I was being castigated. I was being vilified. Nothing bad that was not said against me. I am this and that. But the reality is here. It is not just happening to Benue State today. It is happening to the entire country. Why is the federal government being silent about this Fulani man? When will the federal government come out and criticize and arrest herdsmen carrying AK-47? When are they going to do that? Are we second citizens in this country? What gives Fulani man superior to any other person, to a tip man? I am not their slave. A Benue man is not a slave to any Fulani man in this country. And so federal government must do this. At a point in time, the federal government came out with a policy through the police that even those with license, den guns, double barrel and pump action should surrender to police. How many times have the presidency come out to condemn that Fulani men are carrying AK-47 all over the place? This is not correct. We stand for justice, equity, and fairness. Whatever is happening to a Fulani man should also happen to any other person. That was why I called the federal government to license me and many others to have guns, to have AK-47 too. Because if I have my AK-47, a Fulani man is coming there, he knows that I have, and he has. Then we can fight each other. But you can't disarm me and arm a Fulani man. This is the point. So this is not right. The federal government is biased, is unfair. The failure in security is caused by federal government. And maybe what I perceived is that the president is not aware of this. Because if he were aware, he will stop it. I know General Muhammadu Buhari retired as someone who is disciplined. But the people around him,
shut up. So, thank you very much for joining me this morning. You're welcome to Maiyegun's Diary Sunday Sermon. Today, from wherever you're watching from, this is Maiyegun Live. And again today, I decided to choose a topic to speak directly to my brothers and sisters, my uncles, aunties, and younger ones as well, in and outside Yorubaland, that there is nothing wrong in you feeling proud that you're a Yoruba man. And in the course of your Yorubaness, there is nothing wrong in you standing firm on the belief that as a Yoruba man, you will not be enslaved on your own land. There is nothing wrong in that. What is wrong is that for a certain tribe, local and foreign, Fulani, to believe that they have this unstoppable land grab campaign that they can disguise in whatever name or whatever they want to call it. Right? What is wrong in them? What is wrong is that them coming down to Yorubaland, right? Claiming Yorubaland to be Nigeria land, and you as a Yoruba man, for you to to put your own real identity at second, because I've seen some of you that will come out and say, I am a proud Nigerian. Yes, I'm a Yoruba man, but I'm a Nigerian first. You are wrong. You are not Nigeria first. Okay? Because number one, there is no country called Nigeria. Genuinely. Practically, there is no country called Nigeria. The whole fake contraption put together, a long lie told us for so long, is the only mirage that many millions of us are living on. Because your real identity is that where you come from, that Nigeria is telling you to ignore and forget. And in the process of telling you to forget and ignore who you are, is why you will adopt Nigeria. And when they kill your people on your own land, you will rather just feel Nigerian, because it is more convenient to ignore what is killing you, right? And embrace what is encouraging what is killing you. I don't know if that is a bit complicated for you, but let's go further. The interest of Yorubaland should be paramount to every Yoruba son and daughter. The reason is this: if the interest of Yorubaland is at your heart, yeah, you have it in there. You have it in there. Every time that you have to stand up, or anywhere a conversation about Yoruba issue is raised, or anything that concerns Yoruba, if you have that Yoruba love in your heart, I mean, you have it genuinely, you will stand up, defend Yorubaland, defend every policy that is going to work or mitigate against the progress of the Yorubaland, Yoruba people in particular. That should be a patriotic call for every Yoruba son, whether you are a politician, a private businessman, a diplomat, or whoever you are. If you want to show us that you love Yorubaland. And for the past 60 years, as a Yoruba man myself, I have dug back, when you dig deep, and you found out that the worst deal, the worst of the worst, have always been what those who have claimed to represent Yorubaland. The worst of the worst deal is what they have been negotiating for Yoruba in the project Nigeria, because according to them, Nigeria won Nigeria. Nigeria first. Nigeria first. Nigeria first is like telling you that, a lie comes first. And there is nothing that comes out of a lie other than, hot tears. So as a Yoruba man, these politicians in Nigeria, many of you have been brainwashed to believe that Nigeria is more important to you than where you come from. And that is why some of you don't really find it anyway interesting, or finding it a little bit overreaching for people to say, no, you will not kill us on our land and give us conditions. That is not going to happen. Then somebody said, are we just going to be doing it on social media? Of course, we are not just going to be doing it on social media. The reason why the hulabalu, the whole wala is raging everywhere is because it is no longer just a social media. But we need the social media to continue to fine-tune, to continue to refine the mind of those they have brainwashed, they have deceived and manipulated for so long. That's why we need the social media, because even those who have been doing that through the conventional media, they never gave up. They are still on social media, deceiving you from those, by those they're paying. That's why we keep using the social media, because from social media, the effect of every message, the effect of every, directed message, is being acted upon. That is the effect of social media. And social media is also what we are going to use to deformat the lies that they have built into the minds of these Yorubas, who believes that Nigeria will survive, but Yoruba can die. Yorubaland can perish as long as Nigeria survives. Meanwhile, they can see Nigeria that will never survive. They have their own heritage, their own roots that they can protect and make it survive, because that has been there before Nigeria came. Yorubaland has been Yorubaland before Lord Lugard and Flora Shaw decided to name Nigeria the nigger area it is. So how dare they make you feel like Nigeria is more important to you than where you come from, that is now under siege, where they are now using you as a bargaining tool to make further ridiculous deal, political deal for themselves. And they are talking about 2023. So you need to begin to see the Yoruba-ness in you. You are a Yoruba man. You are not a Nigerian. And if you want to continue to claim to be a Nigerian, that should be your second identity. Because claiming to be one Nigerian is why a Fulani man believes that Yoruba land is a Nigerian land. And that is why those who want to be politically correct continue to tell you that asking those killers to leave is asking for war, or asking yourself or to defend yourself is asking for ethnic crisis. Yoruba men are not grouping themselves and going to Kebbi. They are not grouping themselves to go to Borno. Yorubas are not grouping themselves from Ibadan or from from Ekiti or from Ondo. Group themselves, buy guns and on the bike and move down to Sokoto and be kidnapping the people of Sokoto. That's not that with that you can say it's war. They call for it. They brought it to us and they want us to accept it. Our politicians are negotiating with them, agreeing with them. Meanwhile, the man they are using his name up there, Boko Haram, the lifeless bleeding mannequin, the Megad, is a tribal figure that you can tell Ooni of Ife when we reacted to the killings of our people in Yorubaland. Ooni of Ife went to Aso Rock to meet with Boko Haram. According to him, In fact, this is true. Okay, according to Oni, he said the plan that the Boko Haram gang, the plan they had for Sunday Igboho, he had to go there and speak to them before they reduce their plan. Plan for Sunday Igboho for asking Fulani terrorists to leave their land. So they have plan in Abuja. What was the plan? To kill him, arrest him, and then he also said, Neofife also said the plan they have to arrest, for Sunday Igboho is even beyond Sunday Igboho. They have other plans for Yorubaland. But because he went there to speak to Boko Haram, that is why they have not done anything. There is no guarantee that they won't do it. Okay? So, which means Yoruba standing up to defend themselves, you as a Yoruba son or Yoruba daughter, a man or a woman, listen to this. The effort or the campaign to protect Yorubaland, to protect Yoruba prosperity, to protect Yoruba farmers, our mothers, our daughters, our people that are vulnerable in this part of this Yorubaland, our effort to protect them is being misconstrued as a declaration of war. How is that a declaration of war? That alone should tell you that Nigeria is not for you. If you're a Yoruba man, and they are telling you APC, PDP, this and that, Nigeria is not for you. And sooner than later, you are going to realize it. And many of you actually can feel it. But you are telling yourself, this Maiyegun, these people, they like Wahala. They like Wahala. No! We are trying to avoid bloodbath. We are trying to avoid sacrificing our people. Allowing miscreants, criminals, bandits to kill and rape our people, while politicians play politics with it, telling us they are doing meeting, they are working on it, they are going to settle it, while we continue to bury our people. The best of our people, by the way, because the best of our people are those who are really working to provide, for not just for themselves, but for the community and even for the whole country. Growing food, the Fulani are destroying. They have done the same thing to Benue. That's why the Benue governor, Autumn, is now asking, what is wrong if the government cannot come out and condemn the Fulani terrorists every time they come down to defend them? What is that telling you? Fulani first. Are they the only tribe in Nigeria? Are the Fulanis the only tribe in Nigeria? How come that, before 2015, there was no any problem about Fulani herdsmen, Fulani kidnappers in any part of Nigeria, not to talk of Yorubaland, before 2015. Then after 2015, the agenda changed. It became Fulani first. Some of you may not see it that way, but I want you to begin to see it that way because it is not hard to see. And everywhere you go now, Fulani this, Fulani that, Fulani this, Fulani that. Do you think that is coincidence? It is the reactions of people after the government that is supposed to be a government of the whole country became the government of the Fulanis, for the Fulanis, and by the Fulanis. But they said, no, don't say that. That is tribalistic. Or if you say that, you are going to cause, what the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? What have they been feeding you? What nonsense have they been feeding you? As grown up as you probably look. It is everywhere. How come everybody started talking about Fulani this, Fulani that? And we are seeing videos, evidences of all these atrocities. We are seeing victims who have been kidnapped. And people are giving witnesses and witnesses are giving accounts of their experiences with them. How come? Fulani terrorists, Fulani herdsmen are considered the fourth most dangerous terrorist group in the whole world. Think about that. I know Nigerians won't read, but there are many Nigerians that do read. Fourth deadliest terrorist group in the whole world after ISIS, Al-Qaeda. What is this one in this guy's in Afghanistan? The Fulani herdsmen are considered the fourth deadliest terrorist group in the whole world. But in Nigeria, they control the government. So they are now forcing everybody to do the work by making it more like, well, we have to accept it. Just accept it. If they come to your forest and they do all these things, fine. You know, they are not the only criminals in your state. So just accept it. And then we have the Yoruba Onijekujes, the Yoruba Tifun Lawrence, the Yorubas that they don't care to hit what they want today and forget what they will be tomorrow. We have them, pay them, they will do the job for you, the actual job. But surprisingly, I don't know if you have noticed, surprisingly, Murik, you know that Murik Akintola, what's that man's name? That guy that is always coming out to defend Fulani, that Murik man. Finally, he himself has seen the truth. I was surprised when he started saying that all Fulanis should be evicted from Yorubaland. True, they should be evicted. Murik, are you serious? So yeah, we are serious. We have evidence of all the farms destroyed, people killed, and all these people kidnapped. We have all the evidences. They are Yorubas. They are not ghosts. We don't want these killer men anywhere in Yoruba. I was, hey, Murik, hey, Baba don't they change supplier? Like I said, the person that's going to supply Baba weed. Don't they change them to something better? Not like the usual. Hey, Murik, you are going to support Yoruba? Yes, because it is the right thing to do. You cannot be politically correct. You cannot be neutral. You cannot say, oh, I'm trying to be neutral. You can't be neutral where people are being killed, when the business of insecurity is escalating. You cannot be neutral. If you become neutral, yeah, what you are doing is you are siding with the killers. That's what you're doing. So it is the right thing to do. So they had a plan to invade Yorubaland, if not because Ooni of Ife went to Abuja to go and speak to Boko Haram. So they had a plan to come and attack Yorubaland. Really? Well, I'll try and believe Ooni of Ife that it's because he told them not to do anything, to let us. But unfortunately, when our own Ooni came back, Ooni started warning us. He didn't tell us that this is what Buhari told him. This is the plan of the federal government. And he told them not to try anything like that. At least be our own person. Be Yoruba man. You are, every Yoruba Oba in Yoruba land, they became Oba or became a spiritual guide in Yoruba land because of the Yoruba tradition. That is only for Yoruba people. You are not Ooni of Nigeria. You are not, we don't have any Oba of Nigeria, okay? When you see our royal fathers, they have their own kingdoms, they have their own territories, they have their own people that they are king over. Do you understand that now? So when they speak, they have to speak on their behalf. And I'm so happy that our Kabiyesi, Oselu of Iselu, in K2 speaking area of Yewa local government, of Ogun State, Yewa North local government area of Ogun State, who lambasted Ooni of Ife that you shouldn't have come back to start warning us. You, as the spiritual leader of Yoruba people, right? You should be speaking Yoruba first, everywhere you go. You shouldn't be coming back to threaten Yorubas that we should be careful. Don't tell us to be careful. And Ooni, I don't know, maybe because he's a young man too, right? He loves using that word, be careful. We need to be careful. Be careful of what? Be careful of being Yoruba? Is that what our leaders are telling us? That we should be careful. That we are Yorubas, so be careful that you are a Yoruba man. Oh. Be careful of what you say as a Yoruba man. Oh. Don't offend people. We should be careful for being Yoruba. Of course we won't. Of course we will not. We will not be careful. And especially when Yoruba is a tribe of over 60, 70 million people, right? So therefore, you will not use another tribe that doesn't even make up 5% of our own entire population, wherever they come from. Do you get that now? They won't even make 5% of our population. Are you now saying that we should be careful for every crime they commit on our land? That is unacceptable. That is un-Yoruba. And that is why we encourage, we'll continue to encourage all our Obas to speak up. Speak up. You are Yoruba Obas. You are not Nigeria Obas. If the politicians comes for you, by speaking up, you will win the heart of your people more. Your people will be on your side. And with the way the whole thing are going, we are going to separate the criminals from the patriots. Last. Stand up, be counted. If you think Yoruba deserves better, which I believe too. What is wrong if a Yoruba man, a Yoruba farmer, goes to his farm, or a Yoruba farmer goes to a farm with AK-47? If a Fulani man can walk about with AK-47 because of his cows. In Yorubaland, though, number one, we don't even want that. We don't want them in Yorubaland. If you think you need a gun to guide your cows, right, then you should leave Yoruba. It's as simple as that. Because if we have to make a peace this way, then Yoruba farmers should be allowed to carry a gun too. Yeah, carry your gun. Go to farm with your gun. If you see cows, send them message. Like, tell them, we have guns on this farm. If you pass through that boundary, if you cross over there, we will kill all the cows, not arrest them. Let all Yorubas be able to do that. If you want them to remain in Yorubaland, by any chance, but they won't. Forget it. Okay. So Nigeria, as it is structured, is not structured in any way to be in the interest of either yourself or me. But taking away our identity is what they have been doing for the past 60 years. They make you think being a Yoruba man, well, it's good, but being a Nigerian is better. Meanwhile, Nigeria has nothing to offer you rather than to steal and kill you. They tell you to ignore what really makes you who you are for something that is made up, a farce. At the end of the day, we all sit back and say, how come everything can't go bad like this for Nigeria? It is because you left what is yours to chase what is not yours. This my brother or uncle, I would say, Dele Farotimi, he had this to say, because to my own understanding so far, it is about a promotion of one tribe above others, and they're making one tribe superior to others. If not, the federal government will be busy. They will be busy right now arresting those Fulani terrorists, arresting every other criminal perpetrating criminality in Nigeria, but they are not arresting them. Rather, they are preparing to compensate them or force the people to accept them for who they are, even if they are killing you. That is unacceptable. That is promoting Fulani over every other ethnic group in Nigeria. You have more than 270 ethnic groups in Nigeria, tribal groups or ethnic groups in Nigeria, right? 270. Then you want to put Fulani on them, and then you are telling us that if we resist, then we are asking for war. Come on, bring it on. Okay, we will fight it. Yeah, we will. In fact, it's not going to even be a fight of war. It's going to be us chasing the scavengers, the criminals of our land. And it's not negotiable. Not even the politicians in Yorubaland can negotiate that for you. We will do it our way. And it is simply because there is nothing that you will put or invest in this current Nigeria that will ever be profitable to you or be beneficial to you. It will bring disaster. It will bring agony. It will bring more poverty. If you doubt me, check the last 5 years and 6 years and check the numbers of people that are falling into more poverty. These were people they promised them more jobs, more money, more good economy, security, and on and on and on in 2014, 2015. Many of them now, some of them have died of either being killed by terrorists or killed by depression, killed by death, or some of them died because they couldn't access any good medical facility for 6 years. They were promised something 60 years ago. And that's when we say elections get consequences. Every action has its own consequences. Know how long it takes. It will come by. But Nigeria won't work. And I will tell you more why it won't. And even though Boko Haram's government, they have done the jihadist regime in Nigeria, they have done so much damages to Fulani themselves. Yeah, apart from the Fulani criminals who are carrying guns and the other Fulani criminals who are wearing babariga everywhere, there are some ordinary Fulani folk, ordinary folks who just want to survive, move everywhere they can survive. Yeah, today Nobody wants them. It's getting to that stage. Everywhere they are being sent away from that forest now. Yeah, they are now moving to other places where people don't want them. Nobody wants them. They thought they could use the supremacy, use the power, use threat, fear, and all these killings to scare all of us into submission. Okay, but it's not working. It is now working against them. What people should fear most now is how would an ordinary Fulani survive in Nigeria after, at the end of Boko Haram's inglorious, murderous tenure? How would they feel again? Would they still feel like all Nigeria belong to them? Would they? Would they still feel like, you know, everywhere they want, they can live after all of this? I doubt it, right? But watch this. It is just a refresher why your Nigeria won't work. But before I even get to that, I'm going to play the second part of Autumn's video. He delivered some punchlines there that is very useful for what we are discussing today. Yoruba first. Yoruba first. Your tribe, your language first. Nigeria is a ruse. Nigeria is a farce. It is a lie told for so long. That's why we call it Liejiriya or Fraudgeria. Do you get that now? So the more you pretend to be one Nigeria, is like you submitting to the whim and caprices of the Fulanis. It is as simple as that. And I'll let you see why. When they asked Boko Haram, rule of law, you cannot deny people. I mean, you cannot jail people when court says they should be freed. You can't keep people in jail without presenting evidence why you want to keep them in jail. If you listen to his response before he died, if you listen, I'm talking about 2015, before the guy died, right? Boko Haram, the lifeless breathing mannequin in 2015, I'll share that with you what he said. He has no respect for rule of law. The rule of law only applies to those they want to punish, okay? Meanwhile, the criminals they want to compensate. Rule of law doesn't apply to them. There is a special rule for them. Even Gumi, you see that Gumi, that Islamic Sheikh Gumi, the one that is always yarning dust. I told you, whether you see a white Fulani or a black Fulani, Fulani is the same. Whether you see any of them talking like they are, you know, they have art, they have soul, it's a lie. The agenda is the same. Fulani first. So what did Gumi do? Gumi went to meet terrorists with guns, about 500 of them. There was no police, there was no military. With the military, the police, who have been telling us that, oh, we are those who kidnap people in Katsina, those who have been committing crime in northern Nigeria. The military is doing everything to arrest them. Is a lie. Because the agenda is Fulani first. Whatever crime they commit, write it off. Whatever, anything they do, pass it on. You know what I mean now? So they could, Gumi, who is not a military man, Gumi, who is not a police officer, Gumi, who is not a DSS officer or a government official, right? Gumi, who has no access to intelligence report on security. Gumi was able to locate 500 fighters, 500 terrorists with guns and phones. He was able to meet with them, making deals with them. When Gumi left that meeting, Islamic scholars who have seen these criminals killed people, who have seen these criminals kidnapped people, committed a lot of crime. When Gumi came out, you know what Gumi said? Gumi said, Nigeria should use defense money, defense budget, to rehabilitate the bandits. That's what Gumi said. He said Nigeria should use your tax money, including borrowed money, to take care of all these bandits because they are ready to embrace peace. We don't know what they are fighting for. At least we should know what you are fighting for before we can know what we are going to offer, Abi. But Gumi went to meet terrorists who have killed people. And he said Nigeria should use the defense budget to support them, to rehabilitate them. Nigeria is already using their money to rehabilitate them in Zamfara, in Sokoto, in Kebbi, in Taraba, in what do you call it? Niger. People are already paying taxes to terrorists there. Nobody is arresting them. Nobody is going after them. There is no federal government plan to end that. In Katsina State, they are paying ransom. Katsina State, where Buhari come from, they are paying ransom. They are paying security money to bandits in right there. They know them. They know their location. Nigerian military is not going after them. There's no plan. Guess what? When Gumi came out and gave that advice to federal government, it was Laya Muhammad that first spoke. Laya Muhammad said, the bandits, they trust Gumi more than government. So government trusts Gumi to help them talk to bandits. Look at the game. Gumi is now the middleman between over 500 terrorists and the federal government, jihadist government, right? Meanwhile, on the other hand, in the other enterprises, other engagement here, Maiyegun is the negotiator for any terrorist arrested anywhere in Nigeria. Whenever any terrorist is arrested, any Fulani terrorist, Maiyegun or arrested. Okay. Why am I using the word arrest? Whenever any Fulani terrorist kidnap people, right? Either as a Boko Haram or ISIS or ISWAP or Ansaru or bandit or Fulani Asme, wherever level, okay, Maiyegun will be the one to be in the middle. When federal government will pay them, federal government will pay Maiyegun. Maiyegun will pay the terrorist. Because the terrorist will release the hostage to Maiyegun. Maiyegun will release the hostage to the state governor. The state governors, we then call the media and say, we have rescued. You get that? It's a business, it's a racket. It is all about promoting one ethnic group over the other. And it will never go well. Keep your political correctness. Keep all this your no be so. And don't let us cause war. There is already one. How can you be so stupid not to see it? I mean, it shouldn't be that stupid not to see it. So are you saying that they are playing with our people they killed? It's just a play. They are just playing with them. Playing Ayu, Abi, or playing Ludo with them. It is because you are no longer a true Yoruba son. That is why you will defend Nigeria before you defend Yorubaland. That is why you will argue to save Nigeria before you save Yorubaland. Because according to you, you don't want to be a tribalistic person. You are a one Nigerian. You are one Nigeria, and Nigeria will survive. Abi? Because you don't want to be seen as what? As being tribalistic. But Boko Haram is very proud to be a tribal bigot. He's shown it, he's proved it repeatedly, again and again. But you, the idiot, Mr. Grammar, a Yoruba man who can write and speak grammar, is telling us to try to understand. Is that not what you told your people when Boko Haram was selecting incompetent criminals to be in charge of your defense? And after 5 years, more IDP camps have been opened. More people have been killed. Over 40,000 people killed in the last 6 years alone under Boko Haram by all the terror group combined. Okay, more people are now displaced, living in IDP camp. Some of them are living as refugees outside Nigeria. Even people from Daura, where Boko Haram comes from, some of them are living in Cameroon right now as refugees in 6 years. But when he appointed them then, and he was appointing all these incompetent criminals from the northern Nigeria, from the southern Nigeria, and they was giving these crucial positions, crucial, very crucial, important, portfolios to Megad, bunch of rogues and criminals, right? After 6 years, here we are. After 6 years. So if you continue to speak your grammar, enjoy it. I hope you won't be writing that same grammar after Fulani herdsmen kidnap and possibly deal with you, if you are lucky to survive it. However, I'm going to take you through the second part of that Autumn's video. He actually dropped some bombshell there that I want to keep in this broadcast today. Then we'll continue to the next one. I'm going to take on what my brother and uncle there, Dele Farotimi, said about Nigeria. Then he will take me further to let you know that you can't save Nigeria. Keep all your grammar, keep all your dreams, save all your energy, and save Yorubaland. Because that is where you end up when Nigeria finally break up, or when Nigeria finally collapse, okay? Your land is where you are going to go back to. Yoruba is what you are going to speak to others. You're not going to be speaking Nigerian language, because there's no Nigerian language. There's no Nigeria language. We have Yoruba language. So watch this.
Federal Republic of Nigeria. You're not the president of Fulani. You're the president of everybody. And I owe you a duty as a stakeholder in this nation to let you know that what is going on is wrong. And this had the potentials of dividing this country, which will not be in the interest of anyone. Some of us believe in the unity of this country. We believe in leadership, that every leader comes by God. But we have the responsibility to advise you when things are going wrong. It is not everything that I know as governor, but I depend on lieutenants. So you must depend on us. The whole country, those who are silent, are doing that as sycophants and mediocres. They're not willing to tell you the truth. The Bible says you shall know the truth and the truth will set you free. Mr. President, if anybody is deceiving you that all is well, it is not well with us here in Benue State. And what I can hear from other states, it is not well with Nigeria today. You must act fact before it is late. So this question of erasing those who oppose to Fulani men. I also heard about the press statement issued by the Presidency when the governor of Ondo issued a 7-day ultimatum that the Fulani should leave the forest. The Presidency came out swiftly and said that it is wrong for him to say that. But when people are killed in Benue, killed in Ondo, killed in Ekiti, killed in Taraba, killed in Jigawa, killed in Zamfara, killed in all these places by these herdsmen, and they come out, there is one Fulani social cultural organization called FUNA, who came out and claimed responsibility and said that they are going to do more. They will mobilize Fulanis from all over the place to come and take over Nigeria, that it is their ancestral land. Presidency did not say anything. But they quickly ordered the arrest of an activist who stood up to speak and to work against his people. What else will you do? When you see your people being killed, you see your people's farm being razed down, being eaten off by herdsmen, what else will you do as a patriotic person of that community? What else will you do? It's just the same thing. The World Terrorist Index have described Fulani as the 4th terrorist group in the world. But up to today, they have not cared, the federal government have not cared to declare herdsmen as terrorist organization. And they have gone further to form Mietiala, Cattle Hore, Mietiala, cattle breeders, Mietiala, this one, Funam, that one. And federal government is romancing with them. And federal government comes out to defend them. Anything, time something happens to them. But when they cause pains in the lives of other people, federal government will keep quiet. Federal government have gone ahead to ban iPod. Why can't they ban? What did iPod do that they went ahead and banned them? This one that Fulanis are taking over everywhere under the watch of the Presidency, and they're not saying anything. What is the meaning of that? What are they trying to say? When you talk, they will come after you. Some people are afraid in this country to talk because if they come, EFCC will come after them. ICPC will come after them. Security agencies will come after them. They did that to me. And I went to court against them and I won. They did that to me. They tried to impeach me. But by the grace of God, I survived. So these are the issues. So why do you need to go and talk about that man must be arrested? How about the Fulani men that killed people, remove people's eyes, give people gradual killing? Have you made any attempt to arrest them? All these things are all over the place on social media. And that is why I'm calling on Mr. President to act fast. Otherwise, it will be late. And all of us will be consumed. We may wake up one day and we'll discover that we don't have a country.
That's true. They are all going to wake up one day and they will discover that there is no more Nigeria. Okay? The government is not interested in investigating the Fulani terrorists. They are not interested. Do you get that now? Even if they tell you that they are doing this, it's a lie. It is complete lie. Look at the way they react when people take it upon themselves to defend themselves. Look at the way they react. They threaten everybody. Oh, you are looking for war. Oh, if you say that. But they never really react to the crime that prompted people's reaction. So you as a Yoruba man, you should never be joining them. You should never, ever be joining in any of supporting any of this Nigeria nonsense. Nigeria is meant to protect Yorubaland, Abi. Being part of Nigeria, our people are supposed to be protected by our military, protected by our police, protected by every security agency, protected by government. But you know the truth. The government can't protect anybody. And I told some, I said, whenever they talk about breaking up of Nigeria, and you are seeing all the active players who are raising awareness about breaking up of Nigeria, some of you are not giving credit to the person that you should be giving credit to. And I understand why. You may be like, wow, there may actually be something good about Boko Haram after all. Somebody is doing the job of dismembering, dividing, and completely, desecration of Nigeria. He is doing it without doing any campaign. And that is Boko Haram, the presidency, APC, Egbekegbe, and their rogue and criminals there in their asshole rock. Yeah, all of them, they are doing the job of breaking up Nigeria without doing any campaign. But some of you are not paying attention. Buhari is hell-bent in starting a war. And he believes that if the war starts, it will just be a complete validation of their power because they will crush you. That's the mentality. That was why when they took power, he immediately assigned the the military defense and the rest of that to those they claim he trusted, not those who can defend Nigeria and Nigerians, those who can protect Nigeria and Nigerians, but those Boko Haram trusted. And that was how Buratai the Butcher came by. Look at all the killings. Look at all the extrajudicial killings. Those killed by terrorists and those killed by Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian military, and all of that. And nobody can question them. No National Assembly can question them. After these 5 years of inglorious, murderous campaign, Boko Haram is awarding them ambassadorship positions. He forwarded their names to the National Assembly, to the Senate, to confirm them as ambassadors. Meanwhile, it was the same Senate who passed the resolution 3 times asking Buhari to sack the service chiefs. Now, Buhari sacked them and is forwarding their names to Bajabi Amila and Co. Lawa to approve them as ambassadors so that they can have immunity, diplomatic immunity. Meanwhile, diplomatic immunity only covers you, right, for crime. I mean, for who you are now. No, it doesn't cover the crime you have committed. Buratai will go to jail. He will not do his jail in Nigeria. All of them, including Boko Haram, they will end up in jail, not in Nigeria. That is the future for them. And that is why they are not likely going to leave power. That is why they are going to eventually, everything will just boom if they manage to force this to 2023. Because they would like to stay in power, give themselves some immunity, because there are so many petitions waiting for them internationally. If they should fly any plane out of Nigeria, they will be picked up. And if they don't believe it, tell El-Rufai to buy a ticket and visit America. He will not come back. You will not see him again. And same thing, same fate is awaiting many of them when they are no longer in that filthy, blood-soaking offices they claim to be in. They want to sacrifice all of us, and they want to protect themselves from any prosecution and all of that. It is deliberate. The government of Fulani, for the Fulani, and by the Fulanis, and the rest of you must accept it. So every time you say, I'm a Nigerian, I believe in Nigeria, don't let us destroy this, blah, blah. They have already destroyed it. Don't let us divide Nigeria. Buhari is already dividing Nigeria. He's making the job of dividing Nigeria very easy. Look at the way all of you are defending Nigeria right now. Defending it as if to say, your life depends on it, because Buhari has made it easier to break up Nigeria. It will be official. He will do it. Okay? It is not Nnamdi Kanu only that will get your Biafra. It is not the Yorubas that will, only that will push and get their Oduduwa Republic. Guess what? Buhari is going to make everybody demand for their own country. It is just a matter of time. I mean, if someone says you cannot do anything to Fulani jihadists or terrorists destroying your lives or killing your people, what's that person telling you? And he's telling you that you have to accept them and you have to stay in the country. At some point, won't you ask that enough? I know they do again. You know, if you force me to stay again. And that is gaining momentum because they are hell-bent in pursuing their own agenda, the criminals' murderous agenda and campaign on every ethnic group in Nigeria. They want you to accept it. Stop saying Fulani. Stop saying it. But people are being kidnapped and killed by Fulani terrorists. And you are saying, don't say that, don't say that. For the sake of Nigeria, don't say that. Listen, say it with all your chest. Say it boldly, confidently. When you know those who are perpetrating this crime, go after them because the government won't go after them anyway. Yes. The government won't. So, let me listen to this, my brother, as a refresher. Get some tea break. Then I'm going to take you through to what Gumi suggested. It is to tell you that it is Fulani first. Whatever atrocities committed, whatever thing you think they have done, whatever they have stolen, listen. The interest of Fulani comes first because they have the power. They're using it right now. And they are now trying to expand that, that entitlement, which is going to lead to what is leading to right now. A pushback. Let me listen to this, my brother.
Any Nigerian who is still hanging around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool. Founded this country.
Sorry.
Those agreements are very clear in their fundamentals. One of them, any Nigerian who is still hanging around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool. Line 20 Daily Faro me up and ask them to become president of Nigeria. 20 of me, 20. Multiply their brain power by 10, factor of 10, and then force them to operate the 1999 Constitution with the governance system that is enshrined in it. We shall fail spectacularly. The problem of Nigeria can never be resolved by personnel changes. The system is designed with impunity undergirding it, and it can never deliver anything positive to the Nigerian peoples. Be those Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, whatever they care to be. Make an Igbo man president of Nigeria in 2023 and force him to operate the 1999 Constitution. Complete waste of time. Indi Igbo will continue to suffer the brunt of the wickedness of the Nigerian state. Every Nigerian is rendered stateless by the 1999 Constitution. It is an iniquitous, wicked, and evil document. It has nothing good for the Nigerian people. And the longer we continue to fool ourselves believing, and let me enter one quick caveat. Our rulers are actually very intelligent when they care to be, especially when it comes to their own preservation. And I know as a fact that they are already making noises about restructuring in Abuja. The Mace Snatcher and the Lawan and that one that calls himself Baja. All of them are sat there running helter-skelter, cobbling together some lies that they intend to sell to us as constitutional, what do they call it, amendments. Let's be clear. You cannot continue to build on top of lies. You can't sustain that lie. And as long as justice is missing in a place, you continue to have strife. We need to tell ourselves the truth, and that truth is that the closest we can come to normalcy in Nigeria is to have a return to the original agreements that founded this country. Those agreements are very clear in the fundamental. Founded this country. Those agreements are very clear in their fundamentals. One of them, federal system. Nigeria is today not a federal system. Let's stop lying to ourselves. The word federal was brought to life by the American election. Each state has its own electoral body because it is essentially a country within a larger country. That was what our fathers agreed. Nobody agreed a situation where a clueless man will sit down inside a rock and begin to issue edicts and diktats to every other person. Nobody signed on for that in 1960. All the constitutional conferences, beginning from 1948 all the way to the 1951, all the way to 1960, each and every one of them was very clear and unambiguous. Nigeria was meant to be a federal system based on parliamentary democracy. It wasn't by accident that our fathers settled on parliamentary democracy. They wanted to make democracy as close to the people as it could be. So it simply meant that if you're a parliamentarian, you knew your people knew you. It was the aggregation of the parliamentarians that determined who became the prime minister, and they were also the ones at the regional level who determined who became the premier. So democracy was devolved. It was easier for the people to become involved. What we have today is not a democracy. What we have today is not a federation. We've just become a nation of liars who readily accept every lie that.
That's why I wanted to share that with you. The vintage Dele Farotimi Esquire. That's that's in there. I'm not going to repeat much on that. Okay, I'm just going to take you further. The Nigeria that you now have today is for terrorists. I'm sorry if you're not going to be able to understand what they are going to be saying in this video. As cringy as it's going to make you feel, I'll try my best to close it as soon as possible. But I just want to share it with you. A cleric who has been in Nigeria witnessed the death of over 60,000 human beings killed by terrorists, was meeting a terrorist, or meeting the terrorist in the north. And there was no soldiers, no military, no nothing. And this cleric could locate the hideout or the base of all these terrorists, and he sat with them for more than 3 hours, listening to them, making their demand, bragging about their firepower, about their fighting power, about what they would do to Nigeria if Nigerians continue to tell them that they are not welcome, that it was this government who told them. In fact, I have finally got more interpretation of the video, okay? So let me try my best. So they said it was the government of Boko Haram that invited them to come to Nigeria, that they are welcome. Now they are in Nigeria. Nigerians are now telling them they can't stay, they can't stay. Nigerians are attacking them and all of that. That if Nigeria government does not do something, or Nigerians continue to reject them, they will invite more foreign fighters to come to Nigeria and to make Nigeria ungovernable. And I'm like, oh, Alaye, calm down. Nigeria is already ungovernable, so forget it. There's no more violence you want to bring that is new anymore. Just keep it in the north, where you have sheikh, where you have clerics, where you have politicians who are going to meet with you, governors who are going to lay red carpet for you. Don't come to Yorubaland. That's just our own demand. Watch this video. This is the Nigeria now, the one Nigeria that some of you want to force on the rest of us. The one that we have to sit down with terrorists, asking for our own freedom. Please don't kill us. What do we need to? What can we give you so that you won't kill us? I will think about it. Let me think about what I can do, what you can give me so that I won't kill you. For now, give me time. Let me think. Is that not what we're going to be living with in Yorubaland? No, it's not going to happen. And if it ever happens, it's not going to happen without a fight. And this is why.
Abinda muke in harkar sata ce muke sun sani, in ma harkar ramuwa ce muka yi sun sani. Sun sha zuwa kafafen yaɗa labarai irin su sarkin kara na Alhaji Bala ce yan ta'adda na bayan gari ne sarkin shanu yan ta'adda. Tunda muna da bindigogi muna kare kanmu wallahi yan ta'adda. Tunda kai mala yana uban kasa kuriya, uban kasa kwaji. Kowa ya sani ko kitsin tunki a ƙasar gaba ta ne ta gida yin shinkafa suka kira wata aƙida Allah ya kawo ta sabon duniya ciwo Allah ya kawo shi daga wata ƙasa suka zaka nan ne barayi da sun yi daga wata duniya wallahi kawai aka ci gaba da kakatai ruwa na ɗauke sojoji na zaka wanda sun ka kashe su kuma sauran 'yan garuruwa ɗauke miliyoyi na ba su dama sai da an kai ba mu lafiya ko ƙarya ce cewa mu aka yi wadare mu aka ce mu dawo sulhu aka dawo aka zanna tsohon gwamnati aka ce an yi sulhu an yarjejeniya muka dawo nan ne ko sati ba aka ci gaba da kuma kiwo. Mu kuma muka ce to ga tun da haka ne bari mu sai mun ka sai makamai Allah da ka da ba cuta ce muka da Allah bai ba mu. Yanzu ku dubi duka yaron da kuka gani ko shin kai aka ce sai ya kawo inda tare da mu mun san ba iya mu bane iya Allah ce saboda zaluncin da ga ana yi yanzu ka tuna sulhu mun kai da gwamnan ka ni ne alƙawari da shi cikin alƙawari 10 ina alhaji mu ta waya mun kai da shi kuku ta ne
ba kira baki ba kira baki kun kai
cikin alƙawari 10 nawa ne
guda ɗaya an kai
nan ne
na ruwa
to baya gari shi
ba a yi wani ba
mutum nawa a rike ƙaramin hukumar shinkafa wanda yankin haka ne ɗauka
babu sai mutum guda
mutanen mu nawa a rike na gaya mu
ka gaya mana
sun turo mana sun turo gwamna ya ce da shi za a sannan shugaban ƙasa ma in da shi ake magana yanzu shi ma ya turo mana turan da muka zauna muka yi magana da matar da shi an ga yawan sake a gane yan Najeriya to inda azu ba malamai bane wallahi ba Allah ya sani wallahi da rage su mun kadiba mu zaka mu saurari abin da za su faɗa mu duk mu bakin iya ta saurare yanzu nan magana muka yi da su an kaci an yarda daidai ne alƙawari Allah kuna mana kun ga ya wuce ai yarda kuna nan ma na ki ya wuce ne me ya kaza yanzu nan ba a minti 30
wannan burutani tun ta
ta'aziyawa
na sojoji ba ne haramin jirgi ne
babu ba mu da dadi mu da kaga mun ga jirgin soja nan ba abin da ka wannan zayyana faɗi guda ai ƙarya ce ina yi shekara 5 ina aiki ina nan zanne a ƙaramar hukumar shinkafa ban taɓa jin shanun da sojoji na kwato na kwato mun yasa ba a yi ƙoƙarin da muke kuma mun kan yi buƙata mun yasa ba a yi kaga da an ce muna akwai alƙawari ba mai ko muna da cikin su ciya mai yaro mun yi alƙawari da yaro magadin.
Thank you very much for watching that. I just wanted to, the reason why I shared the video is because I wanted you to see the faces, to see how they are, where they are. You see that building, that somebody said is an uncompleted building. No, that was formerly a school bombed by Boko Haram. You can see the writing on the wall. You can see the labeling, all this UBEC labeling on the wall. If you pay attention to that building, the building that you are seeing the wall at the back, yeah, that is in the northern, in so many states in northern Nigeria as we speak. Education is completely haram. Okay, schools have been burnt down. Like students have been told to go home. Don't come back to school. School is haram. You get that now? Schools are bombed, destroyed. And then their politicians decided to just continue to do their project on schools in the cities where they can take pictures and say, we just built new this, we just built this new that, and we are the, you know what I mean? The rest are being bombed in the interland, in the remote areas as we speak. But did you see them? Do you see how dressed they are? Now, that is just terrorists of those ones who attended meeting with Gumi. Did you see Gumi there sitting down? Looking like a paro, a criminal himself. Because when you enable criminality, you are a criminal. Gumi, after speaking to his Allah, he went there and he sat there, he listened to them, looking at all of them with their guns and bullets and everything, military uniform and all of that, camera rolling and all of that. And when Gumi came out, Gumi went to talk to them in Abuja and said, listen, guys, you need to pay these boys. Those guys you see in that video, that crowd, those are just for Zamfara. Those ones for your state, they are more than that crowd. The ones in Ondo State, they are more than that crowd. The ones in the Ekiti Forest, they are more than that. The ones in Ogun Forest, they are more than that. They have their bikes. They are there with guns, bikes, and bullets. So if anybody walks into the forest and say, I want to meet the terrorists, you will see the picture of them too. And you will be shocked and say, hey, no wonder Maiyegun has been shouting and shouting and shouting. How did this guy find their way into our forest? If anybody should go into that forest and record them, pretend to do a peace meeting, you will see them with their guns. They are there. And that's why we're asking our government to fish them out, flush them out, arrest those ones we found with guns, prosecute them and send them to jail. But they say, hey, it's going to cost Fulani war. It's going to cost, really? Of course, it's going to cost more than that. We know those who told us that once Boko Haram become your president, your life will change. Like this guy. You remember, well, recently, his daughter came out and said, everyone donating money to Sunday Igboho, right? They are this, they are that. Okay, she was ranting because she's a beneficiary of the same political system. Her father, K1, was a very big grassroots mobilizer for Boko Haram or Shibaju 2015. And when they finally got it, this was how K1 celebrated So if you read it, read it anywhere that Kwanwan's daughter was attacking Yorubas who are doing their best to protect Yorubaland, you should know why. She belonged to that same street where her father made his money. Do you get that now? So they are not on the side of the people. And 2023, I believe her father is already writing the song for Ashiwaju Awole, Ashiwaju Gbewiri. He's already writing a song for him for 2023. And if you continue to send Sunday Igboho after Fulani terrorists, they are likely not going to allow their godfather, Chief Nungu, to become the president. So that is why, his daughter came out and said, all of you donating money, blah, 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 we are all one Nigeria. We are one united, all this nonsense that she was saying. It won't be her first time, okay? Her father is more useless than her, and she won't be a bastard. Do you get that now? She will never be a bastard. She is her father's daughter, okay? Because her father is also as useless as that. And it's all about the price. It's all about the price tag, the cost, the money. Pay him, he will sing. He will sing for you. Do you get that now? He has no moral choice, any moral standard in any way to even advise people about the government. So that's why we won't listen to people like that, okay? But you know why now. And I said it, I said, you see, some of those Fulanis who are bragging on social media, we are Fulanis, you better accept us or we are going to crush you. You don't have anything to crush anybody, okay? If they remove the key to Nigerian armory from your pocket, you are as empty, as that, what do you call it? As a disarmed soldier. You are nothing. All the bragging, all these things were not there before 2015 until they gave you the key to the armory of Nigeria, until they gave the key to Boko Haram, and Boko Haram gave the keys to you. They open up Nigerians' armory, and you have access to go and grab all the guns, grab all the weapons, intimidate everybody, kill people, and get away with it. It's because they gave you the key. The moment the key is no longer in your hand, try that nonsense. Come down south and try that nonsense again and see how it's going to play out. But we're not going to wait for Boko Haram to go before we deal with you. If you think it is actually acceptable to come around and kill our people like you are doing, it's not going to be in your interest. And let me tell you something. Some people are not even waiting for Boko Haram to leave anymore before they are rejecting all these Fulani terrorists. And it's going to go around. You move from somewhere that we don't know of, move into people's forest and start committing crime, kidnapping and killing them. Now you are on the run, looking for where else. Now Buhari, who cannot use his force to give you Ruga or give you land anywhere, is probably dead, right? That you can't even feel what you are feeling. Look at this situation of these Fulanis after this whole thing started.
As you can see, there was a stranger in the Jumu local government. I want your time, so want to do. This is a big security threat to the Jumu local government. I have to come to see this myself face to face. You can see they were here with all their belongings. I'm sure it's those people that they chased from Igan in Oyo State. Igagan in Oyo State. Please, we call on the appropriate authority or the security agency as matter of urgency to come to our aid in Liejiriya, the Jubu local government. They were all here with all their families. And with this set of baby, immediately they seen us, all their male flew away. How are you? Pẹ̀lẹ́ Sonu, ẹ káàbọ̀, ẹ káàbọ̀, ẹnlẹ́, Sonu, how are you?
That is the handiwork of Buhari. It will be the result if, the moment the government of Boko Haram continue to back the Fulani terrorists that they told us are foreigners, right? Killing our people. What will end it is that all those who are living in that forest, they will be evicted and nobody will accept them. Now, this is what will end it. By the time Buhari will leave, or by the time APC complete their 2023 nonsense, yeah, there will be nowhere outside the northern Nigeria that a Fulani man will be welcomed, or a woman, or a family. Do you know why? Because the government of Nigeria chose to back criminals that are committing crime, and they stop everyone from going after them. People started a vigilante team to go after criminals in their localities. You will send the soldiers after them to arrest and kill them. They are doing all of this, and you think it will be a welcome development to smile and laugh with any Fulani anywhere in that same communities? It's not going to happen. And if you are not seeing the damages being done to you as a Fulani man, you will find out when Boko Haram is no longer your president. Okay? You will find out the damages. Because the efforts, as they said, was to say, was to push Fulani agenda, Fulanization, whatever other agenda, Fulani first, Fulani first. Look at where that has led them. Fulanis will have no place in any part of Nigeria outside the northern Nigeria. That's what it will lead to. Now, people are saying they are security threats. People are not calling Fulani security threats before 2015. But Boko Haram came, shielded criminals, threatened citizens who asked him to arrest and prosecute criminals. They were jailed for asking the government to do the right thing. Then people are now saying, well, it is obvious your government is the terrorist. And who wants to live with terrorists? Of course not me. Obviously not you. And so many of us like that will not want to live with terrorists. Even if you have to use political correctness to say, I don't mind. Nobody wants to. People will chase them everywhere. And that is why now, as individuals, you are not too old, right, to believe that it is Yoruba first. Yoruba first. Everywhere you go, you want to discuss politics anywhere, Yoruba first. You want to discuss business anywhere, Yoruba first. You want to discuss any progress for the land, Yoruba first. Anything you're involved in, discuss Yoruba. Let Yoruba first be your own agenda. Anything where they are castigating, destroying, or undermining Yoruba, or shortchanging Yoruba, should be where you should be visible enough to defend Yoruba there. When we begin to have that mentality, you will realize that Nigeria is a worthless entity that you should have never associated yourself with at all. We shouldn't have associated ourselves with. In 1960, when our own forefathers, our forebearers agreed to go into an alliance of a country called Nigeria, they didn't sign up for one Nigeria. Remember that. They signed up for the independence of their regions, which allowed them to govern themselves, by themselves, and for themselves. It wasn't one Shakabula Megad or any other lifeless criminal that will be your president and be dictating law, rules to everybody. Who does that? That wasn't what our forefathers signed up for. They forced that on us. Now they're telling you that Nigeria is more important than who you are, your identity. And you accepted that? And you call yourself an educated person? Of course you are not. You can't be educated enough to say Nigeria is more important to you than being a Yoruba man. They reduced your Yorubaness. They took that away from you. They gave you a worthless identity. Something that wherever you go into any part of the world, once they meet you and they say, sorry, where are you from? And you'll be like, I'm from Nigeria. Say, oh, Nigeria. Bad leaders. Very corrupt. And you quickly find yourself, Boko Haram. You find yourself defending. You become defensive. Have you not seen that many times? They say, are you a Nigerian? I mean, where are you from? You say, I'm from Nigeria. Oh, you're from Nigeria, yeah. Oh, the Boko Haram, all those bad leaders stealing money and all. And you find yourself like, I know, yeah. But you know what? Boko Haram is not. I am not from the Boko Haram side. I am from the west. I am from the south. You know, south is peaceful. You know, Lagos, yeah, Lagos. Yes, that's where I come from. Although I'm from Nigeria, but I'm not from Boko Haram. Tell me if you have never really engaged in that conversation before. If you are living outside Nigeria, you become defensive. When they call you a Nigerian, you become defensive. Everything wrong and bad with Nigeria. And it's so unfortunate, yeah, that some Nigerians are so stupid. They believe that they are still living in the 16th century. They didn't know that this is a modern age and time where every news drops every second and is spread all over the world within minutes without you having to wait for NTA at 7 or Channels News at 10. Some people are so stupid that they are living in their own bubble, believing that all the rots, the terrible things going on in Nigeria is only known by Nigerians, not everybody. Oyibo will write a whole journal about what you are going through in Nigeria, and she's never visited Nigeria before. She won't have to, because all the information needed is out there. Fact. Get that? So they can't take away your identity and make you defend an identity that is worthless. Identity that portrays you as a criminal or coming from a criminal country or coming from a terrorist country, a country that is so misgoverned that wherever you go, you are a suspect. If you get on the queue at the airport, even you as a Nigerian, you will be thinking, if person look at you somehow, you say, maybe they are suspecting me. I'm true to it. They may be suspecting you because you are carrying a Nigerian passport. They will say, come on, come. How many times have you experienced that? And how many times have you tried to defend yourself that you are a good Nigerian? I'm a good one. I'm a good one. Should you be doing that all the time if the identity is pure? Nigeria identity is fake, it's fraudulent, it's a complete lie. Those defending it, holding on to it, trying to keep it, they are foolish people. And I have no apology for that. I'm talking about those genuinely want to keep it. Keep what? What are you keeping? Keeping a failed country that will kill you. Yeah, it will kill you. Nigeria will kill you. At the end of the day, Nigeria may not kill you physically, but Nigeria will kill you economically, kill you psychologically, destroy your self-esteem, and make you question if you're actually human being or animal. You know that thing where you sit down and be like, are we animals? How many times have you read about that? People will be like, are we animals in this country? Because Nigeria will force you to ask, that why are they doing this to us? Are we animals? Am I animal? Why are you doing this to us? Because that is what Nigeria will do to you. It will kill you, kill your self-confidence, kill your self-esteem. And ignorant, fake people are those who have the most confidence. Foolish people with foolish ideas that will never work. Year in, year out. Election in, election out. All these foolish ideas. All this, oh God. But they have confidence. We have this plan. We are going to generate 3 million jobs. We are going to do this. We're going to do that. Blah, 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 nonsense. And all of that. Yeah? All lies. You get what I mean? But they are very confident. They are very, very confident about it. We will generate 40,000 megawatts. Really? 40,000 megawatts. How? How much? Don't worry. Nigeria can do that. We have the capacity. All those nonsense. Foolish people with confidence. And you can think and you can reason. You can be like, man, this doesn't make any sense. But you'll be doubting yourself. Am I sure? Or maybe I'm wrong. But foolish people with confidence are those ruling you, giving you ideas that will never materialize. And here we are. When are we going to have 24 hours electricity? When are we going to start prosecuting terrorists? Of course, you will never have it. You will never have a stable electricity. You will never prosecute terrorists. You will never, ever end corruption. Because these are the things that actually gives life to the fake Nigeria. If you take them away, Nigeria will be dead. And that's why Buhari is doing a great job. I'm going to close this with this interview from, well, let me dance a bit again before I go. Buhari o ti ṣe. Ojú Nuda, Buhari ló máa ṣe. Okay, Buhari o ti ń ṣe. Fulani herdsmen tí ń pa wá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá o. Fulani, Buhari o ti ń ṣe. Useless people that will change their tone again in another few months when they begin their force and their criminal campaign for 2023. We are waiting for that. And look at this criminal that in 2015, when it was this, I think this was the first and the last presidential chat the lifeless Boko Haram ever attended. He was so angry. You would think he meant anything. We didn't know that he was just bringing out the blood from his pocket to destroy all of you, to destroy Nigeria and break up Nigeria. He will do it. He's doing a great job. Among other things that he's failed at, yeah, Boko Haram is doing a very, very great job dividing Nigeria. It will make it official soon, okay? But listen to the lifeless idiot in 2015.
Mr. President, the State Security Service has consistently, since you came in, disobeyed court orders. I can mention Kade Are, I can mention somebody Asuku has about 3 bails and is still being arrested. I can mention Patrick Bole Kemi. I can go on and on, Nnamdi Kanu of Biafra agitation. These people have legitimate bails from court, and then they're still being held. Are you not worried? And then, secondly, sir, why
we can only take one. I'm really sorry.
All right, sir.
We've got limited time. Yes, Mr. President.
Are you a lawyer? I'm a journalist, sir.
He wants to be appointed lawyer then. Technically, if you see the type of atrocities those people committed, I'm really sorry to say this publicly, against the country. If they jump bail, if say the former president just wrote to the governor central bank and said, give 40 billion naira, 40 billion to so. And then he fails to account it, and you give him bail, or you ask him to go and see his doctor in London. while you have 2 million people in IDPs. Half of them, they don't even know their parents. Which kind of country do you want to run? And the one we are calling Kanu, do you know he has 2 passports? One Nigerian, one British, and he came to this country without using any passport. Do you know he brought an equipment into this country, a sophisticated equipment, and was broadcasting for Radio Biafra? Which kind of government do you want to have?
But we wrote an editorial against him in Premium Times.
What?
Premium Times wrote editorial against his radio station and called on the federal government to stop that.
So he should be given bail to go away. There's a treasonable felony against him, and I hope the court will listen to the case.
That's the lifeless idiot, the lifeless illiterate. You remember most of their campaigns in 2014, 2015 was that, Jonathan gave somebody 100 billion just to go and buy tea for him. Oh, good luck, Jonathan gave his wife 200 billion just to go and buy chicken for Christmas. All those lies. That's right. You know, there were no names, there were no any pointers, and even today, that former president that just wrote in a paper and he sent it to CBN and said, give so and so forth. Who is so and so president of a country? Talking like a beer parlor megad, somebody that is doing Bambiala at a beer parlor, and probably he's dropping on what people are saying, then he's trying to make a sense out of it. A president of a country, after 5 years, more people have ended up in the IDP camp. More people have been displaced. More people have been kidnapped. More people have been killed. More people have ended up as refugees outside Nigeria in 5 years after this lifeless idiot became or made that statement. Nnamdi Kanu that is accusing of bringing equipment in. So, you know, I told you, equipment, broadcasting equipment, your phone, your flag, your banner is a weapon. They are considered as weapon of terrorism. But if you are holding AK-47 and you are holding RPG or you are killing soldiers, maybe you are just upset, you are just angry. Let's ask you, why are you angry? So that we can give you money. That is the mentality of this jihadist, this illiterate jihadist talk called Boko Haram. Then they went to court, they couldn't prove anything. Where is the equipment? At least your DSS, say your DSS never sees the equipment. The DSS no see any equipment. Same way they said, Omoyele Sowore want to use revolution now to overthrow the lifeless idiot. Yeah? And they said, bring evidence. They said, hashtag revolution now. It's enough to overthrow him. Do you understand that now? And court said, well, if you can't bring evidence, you need to free them until you have evidence. And that's the question they asked the lifeless idiot again. And he was talking about the court should do what I hope the court do the right thing. Court already told him to release Nnamdi Kanu back then. Release him. And he said, no, he's waiting for the court. Technically. At the end of the day, he ended up giving you Tanko technicality, Babala Wefe, as your Chief Justice, Sharia clerk, to become Chief Justice of Nigeria. And you are wondering why ISBA continue to arrest your beer, continue to destroy your drink and the rest of that in Kano and all those places. Because you have already been taken over. It is not unfortunate. Many of you saw it coming. I only want to say congratulations to you, but we are not going to continue to share in that mystery. We know Boko Haram cannot protect anybody. The agenda is to probably take all of us for a ride, which is not going to happen so easily. And so far, so good. I am advising you, remember yourself. Remember who you are. You are the Omalades, the crown prince and princes and princesses in Yorubaland. You are born free, okay? Nigeria is a fraudulent identity given to you. It's a borrowed identity. Sooner or later, we're going to drop it, okay? Many of us are going to drop that in Nigeria. I'm going to pick up our real identity, the Yorubas, and the country we build for ourselves will be the country we go to. I'm not saying you shouldn't abuse me. You Lagos Ababakus, you Oshogbo Alimajiris, the Buhari Days, Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Denotus, the Mumu lecturers, the Bele lecturers, and the obedient fools, humble slaves, and all of you. I'm not saying you shouldn't abuse me. Don't worry. I am talking to freeborn. I'm talking to people who are freeborn. I'm not talking to slaves, people who have managed to enslave themselves and allow Nigeria to enslave them psychologically. I'm not talking to you. Okay, so you can abuse me, you can say whatever you want to say. Go and hug your slavery chain. When the freedom bell, when the freedom toll, when it rings, hopefully you will be liberated too. We don't really need you. We are trying to help you. Say whatever you like to say about Maiyegun. It is going to happen. We have the power to make it happen. We have the platform to push it there. And we also have the people to make it happen. To you, just watch us and see if it is or not. So far, so good. You can tell the effort of the social media, the influence of social media back in Yorubaland cannot be under-quantified. But to you, you may rub it aside. We will deflate all your political journey, all your political permutation for 2023. We will use every tool, resources we have, as long as you are trying to, to bargain with the blood and lives of our people for your political ambitions in 2023. We will deflate it. We will raise money to destroy your political careers enough that you will never, ever take a chance and ride off the people again. And I'm not saying you won't fight, you won't escape. You will likely escape some, but we will crush some. And that is what you should look out for. You can underrate us and feel like diasporans, they are just making mouth. We have money, and our money is hard currency. And we have the number. We can raise money. That alone gives us power. I don't know how that makes you feel, but it is the power we have that we have never used. We will use it, especially in Yorubaland. We will use that power. Trust me. And those politicians who are telling you or telling Nigeria, don't worry, we will control Yorubaland for you. We will do this and do that. Every action you take, you will get a counter reaction from us. And when I say counter reaction, weigh your action before you take them. That's what I'm going to say. Thank you so much for your time this morning. I'm going to see you later this evening. If you have the time, join me. But that will be on my YouTube channel only. Good morning.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Presidency bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
wọn fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọn ò gbẹ́bẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.